3 seasons of Bluey in, and the show still drops clues so subtle they make you wonder what else it's hiding. 1. The Vanishing Bench Mystery. In the sign, everything looks normal at first. A bench is there, a dog sits on it, a car has a button by Bluey's seat. Then suddenly, all 3 are just gone in the next scene. No reason, no explanation. It feels like the animators erased part of the world and hoped no one would notice. Maybe it was a mistake, or maybe Bluey has secret rules, like objects disappearing when no one is looking. Either way, it gives the scene a strange energy, like something is happening in the background that the characters, and maybe even we, are not supposed to understand. 2. Bingo, the grown-up, living at home. When adult Bluey shows up at the healer house in surprise, Chili tells her that Bingo is outside. That sounds sweet until you realize something strange. If Bluey is an adult now, then Bingo must be one too. So why is she still living at home? Did she move back after things went wrong somewhere else? Did she never leave in the first place? The show does not explain anything. It just drops this tiny clue and walks away. Suddenly, the visit feels heavier, like there is more going on in Bingo's life than we are supposed to see. It leaves you wondering what happened to her after childhood ended. 3. The Pretzel Conspiracy. Pretzel first shows up in Calypso, this tiny Chihuahua pup who never talks and never joins the group games. He just wanders around like he is too busy for everyone else. Later in Curry Quest, while the fair is full of noise and chaos, Pretzel sits off to the side eating ice cream by himself. No friends, no parents around. Not a single line of dialogue in 3 seasons. It feels less like a background character and more like someone hiding a huge secret. Maybe Pretzel knows things the other kids do not. Maybe he has seen too much. Or maybe he is just living his best lone wolf life in total silence. 4. The Butterfly Callback. Back in the slide episode, Bingo and Lila rescue a tiny caterpillar. They name it Flappy and watch it turn into a butterfly before setting it free. It is a small, sweet moment most people forget. But in the sign, long after that episode, a butterfly drifts across the screen at key moments. Same colors, same calm little landing spots. No one mentions it, yet it is there like an old friend, visiting in secret. It feels less like random nature, and more like the show quietly saying that Flappy has been out there living its own story while the healers lived theirs. A blink and you miss it reunion between a bug and the family who once saved it. 5. Bandit selling the healer home. In the sign, Bandit almost sells the healer house, and everyone treats it like a sudden decision. But if you look back, the clues have been sitting there for seasons. In Curry Quest, he has gone on a long work trip, staring out at sunsets like a dog questioning his life choices. In Stickbird, he looks distant even on vacation, like his mind is somewhere else entirely. By the time the for sale sign shows up, it feels less like a random midlife crisis and more like the ending of something bigger. Bandit keeps the house in the end, but you can tell this was not just about property. Something deeper was going on. 6. The secret face of adult Bingo. When adult Bluey visits home in surprise, we finally see what grown-up Bluey looks like. But Bingo? Only the back of her head. No close-ups, no clear voice. Nothing that tells us who she has become. It feels deliberate, like the show wants to keep her life hidden for now. Maybe she is different from what everyone expects. Maybe she is carrying stories the family does not talk about. It is strange how a single missing detail can feel so loud, like the camera is protecting her secrets. Whatever adult Bingo is up to, the show is clearly not ready to let us see it yet. 7. The secret love life of Bingo. The show never tells us who adult Bingo dates, but it hides just enough clues to keep people guessing. In Surprise, Bingo is grown up, clearly living on her own path, yet no partner appears anywhere. That silence feels deliberate, like the story refuses to define her future too soon. Some think she ends up with Dougie, the soft-spoken dog who seems like he would never hurt a fly. Others point to Chucky, Janelle's son, since childhood friendships in Bluey often grow into something more. And then there is Lila herself. She and Bingo have been close since they were small, so a romance there would not surprise anyone and would fit quietly into Bluey's open-minded world. The show keeps every option hidden, as if Bingo's relationships, straight, queer, or single by choice, belong to her alone until the writers decide otherwise. 8. Frisky's secret past with Bosco. In Double Babysitter, Frisky quickly shuts down any talk about her old boyfriend Bosco. She even says she thought love lasted forever, but clearly it did not. Then she hints that he went after another princess, which sounds like someone close enough to hurt twice. The episode never gives names, but her face says everything. Bosco was serious enough that Bluey and Bingo knew him, so the breakup must have been messy. Now Frisky avoids the topic completely, like the family agreed not to bring it up again. It is one of those secrets that sits in plain sight, but no one dares explain out loud. 9. Chocolate Milk's secret driving ban. In Tradies, the builders come to the healer house to dig a pond, but one of them Tim, nicknamed Chocolate Milk, seems to be carrying heavier baggage than a shovel. His girlfriend drives him there, looking annoyed, and for 3 full days, they barely speak. Something big happened before this job even began. On the first day, he arrives in his own truck like everything is normal. By the second day, he shows up in his boss's car instead. The episode never explains the switch, never hints at why he stopped driving. It feels like he lost his license overnight, maybe for drinking, maybe for something worse. The fight eventually ends, but the missing truck and that tense silence make it feel like the show left a secret sitting there, waiting for us to notice. 10. The secret dad of Indy. Indy shows up with her mom all the time. They run the vegan food stall, they talk about animals, they do everything together. But her dad, he never appears. In one episode, Indy says her dad stays home while her mom works. In another, she mentions a new baby sister who was born early and needs lots of care. It sounds like he is busy at home or at the hospital, but the show never confirms anything. The silence feels intentional, like there is a story about Indy's dad the family does not share. He is there in words, but missing everywhere else. 11. The secret tree of Rug Island. In Rug Island, Bandit heads inside while the kids play out back. A tall tree stands behind them like it has been there forever. Then the camera cuts and the tree is gone. A moment later, it is back again, silent and unchanged. No one mentions it. The family acts like nothing happened. It feels less like a slip and more like the show hinting that some things in the healer world do not follow normal rules. The house stays steady, the family stays steady, but the tree moves on its own, like it knows something we were never meant to learn. 12. The secret bruise of Bandit. During the Claw episode, Bandit throws himself into the game like always and slams his right leg against the table. He grabs it, wincing like any parent who just pretended to be a human claw machine. Then, something strange happens. A moment later, he is holding his left leg instead, as if the pain decided to pack up and move across his body. By dinner, the bandage is back on the right leg where it started, and no one in the family even blinks. The show never explains the switch. It leaves the whole scene sitting there like Bandit has some secret ability to heal in seconds or shift bruises at will. Maybe it is dad magic. Maybe it is something stranger the healers never talk about. Either way, the wandering bruise feels like more than a simple accident. 13. The secret fairy connection. In the mini Bluey episode, Bingo flips through a book while Bandit makes snacks. For a second, you see the cover. There is a fairy with yellow wings drawn on it. It seems random until you realize it matches the fairy chaos from Season 1. The episode where stickers appeared out of nowhere and tails got tied together. That fairy caused trouble once before, and now the book hints it may return. The show never points it out, but the secret nod ties episodes together quietly. Like the world of Bluey keeps its own history through tiny details we only catch when we slow down. 14. The secret mother of Winton. Winton's dad, Cornelius, appears in plenty of episodes. He takes Winton to birthday parties, joins school events, even ends up in the middle of healer family chaos more than once. But Winton's mother? She is never there. Not a single scene. Not even a passing mention. Winton calls it Dad's house, like he only lives with one parent, and the story leaves it at that. No answers. No clues. It feels like the show keeps her off screen on purpose, as if something happened long before the episodes we see. Maybe she lives far away, maybe she passed away. Maybe the family just does not talk about it. Whatever the reason, her absence turns into one of the show's quietest secrets, hidden behind Cornelius's cheerful personality and Winton's everyday life, like a chapter the series refuses to open. 15. The secret baby brother of Chloe. Chloe's family looks normal at first. We meet her mom and dad. We see her house. We watch Chloe join Bluey for games all the time. Then, in one early episode, her mom appears pushing a stroller. Inside is a baby brother we have never seen before. The camera shows him for a second, like he belongs to the family as much as anyone. Then, he disappears from the show completely. No one mentions him. No one explains where he went. It is not like the family moved because Chloe keeps showing up as usual. It feels like the baby was introduced, then erased from the story on purpose. Maybe he grew up off screen. Maybe something happened the show will not talk about. Either way, he becomes one of the quietest secrets in the whole series. 16. The secret bridesmaid of Frisky. Frisky's wedding in the sign looks perfect. Radley has Bandit and Stripe standing beside him. Frisky chooses Chili as her maid of honor. Then there is the second bridesmaid. She walks in with flowers, smiles for the ceremony, and stands in every shot like she belongs to the family. But here is the thing. We have never seen her before. She does not speak. She never shows up again in any episode. The show gives her no name, no backstory, nothing at all. Viewers are left wondering if she is a close friend, a secret sister, or someone Frisky owes a huge favor to. The fact that the show hides every detail about her makes it feel intentional, like this character holds a story that stays locked behind behind the wedding doors forever. 17. The secret past of Granddad Mort. Granddad Mort always acts like the tough, stubborn grandfather who refuses to admit he's getting older. But the walls in Chili's home reveal something far bigger than his grumpy charm. Hanging above the living room is a photograph of Mort in full Australian Army uniform, standing tall like he just stepped out of history. Beside it rests a medal case holding the Victoria Cross, the highest award for bravery in Australia. After World War II, only a handful of soldiers ever earned it. The show never says what Mort did to deserve it. He cracks jokes, argues with Chili, and takes the girls on adventures. Yet his war record stays locked away. Like the family knows his past is too heavy to explain during a children's cartoon. It turns Mort from a funny old man into someone carrying silent history everywhere he goes. 18. The Secret Life of Cornelius. Winton's dad, Cornelius, shows up in episodes looking like a regular single parent, but the background hints at a bigger story. In movies, a poster shows a tough-looking detective dog with Cornelius's exact face, plus a fake mustache. If that is not him, it is his identical twin. Maybe Cornelius used to be a star before family life took over. It could explain why he is always dating someone new. First, he is seen on a date with one dog, then later with someone completely different, then looking lonely under a tree like it all fell apart. Maybe being recognized everywhere made him think every date was true love. Or maybe Cornelius just gives everyone a chance because he cannot resist the attention. Either way, the show never tells us, keeping his past life as mysterious as his love life. 19. The Secret Dojo of Bluey. One episode shows Bluey taking out the trash with Bandit. Nothing out of the ordinary, but then you notice she is dressed in a white karate uniform, like she has just come from a lesson the show never mentioned. A little later, while Bandit talks, Bluey starts practicing small moves, focused and serious, as if she is running through techniques in her mind. By the final scene, she has already earned a yellow belt. Somehow, off-screen, Bluey passed a test, met a teacher we have never seen, and started a whole new part of her life without the audience knowing anything. The show keeps it completely hidden, like her training belongs to a secret world that exists just outside the edges of the main story. It makes you wonder what else happens quietly while we are busy laughing at the family games and dance parties. One quiet scene in Mini Bluey shows the living room full of toys. Most are normal: cars, balls, books, until you notice a small penguin wearing a crown sitting on top of a pile. That is not just any penguin, it looks exactly like Gunter from Adventure Time, crown and all. Disney owns Bluey, but here sits a plush toy from one of Cartoon Network's most famous shows. Like it wandered into the wrong universe and nobody stopped it. The show never mentions it. The camera never focuses on it. It just waits there in the background, a tiny crossover hidden in plain sight, as if Bluey quietly smuggled a rival character into its world for anyone sharp enough to spot it. Those were the hidden moments Bluey keeps locked away. But tell us, are we uncovering genius-level storytelling here, or seeing things that were never there? Comment below, hit subscribe, and join us as we keep hunting for answers the show refuses to give.